What's up, yo? It's me. It's B. Yep, getting back at you, man. Today is Saturday. Today is the Sabbath. As you know, as a believer of Jesus Christ, and I we do follow the rules, and I don't believe in doing any work on the Sabbath. So, I'm not doing any work. But what I like to do is offer some words from the Lord. Words from His word that may help your spirit, that may help your soul. That may be something that you might have been looking for, might have been, a word that you was looking to receive from the Lord. I would never say what the Lord told me to tell you, because I don't believe in saying that. I believe there's too many people out here now that is misleading people, saying the Lord told them to tell them this and the Lord told them to tell them that. No, I'm not going to do that. You know, I know that most of us who look at these type of channels that, especially like mine, are targeted individuals. And if you are targeted, I just want you to know that, you know, just as much as you think it's a fleshly, war against you, it's all, it's more of a spiritual battle against you. And, so you must arm yourself. And that is the reason why, we must draw near to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's the first thing I did. And I'm not ashamed to say that, what I'm saying? Like when I first came under the understanding that I was being targeted, or that people were following me or whatever it may be. I knew that, amongst all people, my family couldn't do anything. No one could do anything. I knew that the Lord could. So, that's the reason why I drew near to the Lord, and that's the reason why, I'm doing what I'm doing now, because I felt like it was a wake up call for me, and it was the Lord letting me know, hey, Brandon, it's time. You sleeping, so that's where I'm at with this, and I'm offering a word. I pray a lot without ceasing. I haven't been praying a lot, and I felt like I was falling back. I gotta make sure that my salvation is intact, that, I'm right with the Lord, you know what I'm saying, and that everything that I'm doing is correct, because everything that I do don't always be correct. You know what I'm saying? But for those who have a good understanding about who God is or who Jesus Christ is and what he requires, we all know that God requires us to do our due diligence. And this is not just for 1 week or 1 month. This is for the rest of our lives, because as you can see in this world, things are drawing close. Things are drawing near. We can look around ourselves and see, and so that's the reason why I offer a word, because I read the Bible, and I believe that the Lord gives me a certain amount of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that I may be able to decipher what he's trying to tell me. And so that's what I do, and that's why I'm coming to you with the word, in hopes that it would help you, in hopes that it will motivate you, in hopes that it will put you in a place to want to, if not to want to, but if not to get going in that direction, to maintain that direction. You know what I'm saying? Because, I feel like, there are those who are just going in that, who are, just beginning to go in that direction. And then there are those of us who have been going in that direction for a while. And maintenance of your salvation. And what I mean by salvation is, throughout this walk with the Lord, one thing that I could tell you is that the devil is going to be on your heels. He is going to be on your heels, and he's going to throw everything at you. Everything that he think that he could possibly get at you with, he's going to throw it at you. And it's very real, So the one thing that I want to say is that we should all be vigilant. We should all be diligent. We should never stop praying. I'm going to tell you this now, because I slacked off praying, and I just noticed the big difference. I noticed a big difference in my life, in how things affect me, you know what I'm saying, or how strong the devil's his because he can't make you do anything, but as far as him compelling you to to want to do something, I felt the difference. So that's the thing that I want to express, is that we, prayer and fasting, what I'm saying, prayer and fasting is so important for us who, may be lacking discipline, or maybe coming up short when it comes to discipline. If we can just start with the prayer, more prayer, more power. Little prayer, little power. No prayer, no power. So that's what just the advice that I want to offer. Never stop praying, especially if you know you in a situation. And I can't even say especially. I'm gonna say to anybody. It doesn't matter if you're in a situation or if you're not. You know, Regardless to whether things are good or whether things are bad. You should always pray and pray without ceasing. Let me correct myself. But I firmly believe that we are tested the most when we have absolutely nothing and when we have absolutely everything. So it is very important that we remember this, because when we have everything, that we can be tested just as much as when we have absolutely nothing. And so, I got the Bible. I want to read from it. I want to start in Psalms because, like I say, Psalms is at one time I didn't like Psalms, because I just felt like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I wasn't aware, maybe it's just because I didn't have any decent knowledge, but now I'm to the point where I like Psalms because Psalms to me is expressions from the heart, what I'm saying, to the Most High, and that is why I read them. And not only do I read them out loud, because I feel like, being that our words have power, is these are the words that I want to put into the atmosphere. I want the Lord to hear me and I want him to acknowledge me and to know, that I'm sincere and genuine about the things that I'm doing, even in the midst, if I did something wrong, I'm sincere and genuine about that. So I just want the Lord to know that in all things that I do, I'm sincere and genuine. And so when I read Psalms, I read it out loud, and I'm offering this to you, like I say, is as a way of maybe, it's something, maybe, things may not be so right with you. Maybe things may be great with you. Things may be okay with you. Things may be spectacular. But the thing I want to say, even if things are great with you, it is still necessary to pray. It is still necessary to fast because I believe that the enemy himself, that is what that is one of the ways that he seeks to grab a hold of us, is by making us relaxed, making us feel comfortable, making us feel like everything is okay. So, it's mandatory that we pray and that we fast. Like I say, there is a record number of people who are no longer believe in the faith. I believe that this is a part of the falling away, where so many people have fallen away and they no longer follow Jesus Christ. They no longer follow God. They are into all sorts of other occulted things. And even myself, I found myself at some, at different points in my life, indulging in astrology and all sorts of things. So I know for a fact how alluring it could be. Especially to those who have itching ears, for those who are, who want to hear something new, who want to be entertained, who want, it to feel good to them. You know what I'm saying? It's very important that we understand that there is only one gospel we are supposed to be, talking about and preaching. And that's the fact that repentance leads to salvation through Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for our sins. That's it. And that's all. And if anybody else is preaching anything other than that, then there's a problem. It's crazy, but I prefer not to judge. And but I'm gonna go and I want to read this, like I say, because I believe that there is power in the words. I believe that there is power in our words, and I believe that if we were to not doubt and be confident enough to speak these words in power, that we will be able to move a lot of the mountains that are in front of us out of our life. So, and that is the reason. We all have a walk. you know it's just up to us to see, or to ask God to allow us to see where we are in our walk. So, like I say, if you know for a fact that you believe in Jesus Christ, you believe in God, you trying to get yourself together, or you got yourself together and you trying to maintain yourself, it's very important. It's very important that you be diligent when it comes to reading, that you be diligent when it comes to prayer, that you be diligent when it comes to fasting. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I had gotten to the point where I got lazy on fasting, got lazy on reading the Bible, got lazy on praying, got lazy on doing all of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that we all as human beings know that, once you've been walking this road for a long time, being that the devil is constantly attacking you, he is constantly trying to find ways to get you to let up off the gas, and, we can all find ourselves slowing down, or being having doubt, losing faith. Maybe he put a situation in front of us that discouraged us and we lost a little faith, and therefore we slowed down in our praying, we slowed down in our fasting. And I'm gonna tell you this now, I ask the Lord all the time to show me where I'm, my heart is for the Lord, where I'm at, what I'm saying? I don't want to be out here doing this, and at the same time, you know, my own salvation is in jeopardy. So, that's what's important to me, is the fact that I'm able to do this and also look at myself, what I'm saying? Because just as much as this is for, others, it applies to me first. So, but I want to read out of Psalms, and I'm gonna start at Psalm 37, and like I say, for those who understand, when I read, the flesh is totally incapable of interpreting the Bible. You know what I'm saying? If you are trying to, and if you are trying to interpret the Bible through your flesh, then you are, I just don't suggest it, because the Bible to the flesh is foolishness. You know what I'm saying? This is for your spirit. This is, regardless to whether you're convicted or, in your spirit by the words or whatever it may be, this is for your spirit. You know what I'm saying? This is for, the inner man, the inner woman, the conscience, what I'm saying? This is what this is for. That's what the Bible was made for, so I just ask that you let it lay on you. Let it lay on you. Even, you just close your eyes and just let it lay on you, and whatever comes to you, you know what I'm saying, regardless, like I say, to whether if it makes you right or if it makes you wrong, let it lay on you, so it's Psalms 37, and like I say, I read a lot of the Psalms. So it says, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord. And you see how he's saying, look what he's saying. He's saying, trust in the Lord. Delight thyself in the Lord. Commit thy way unto the Lord. You see what I'm saying? These are all the things that we have to do. He said, commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Because you got to remember, before, a lot of us wonder why we may not got the blessing that we thought we were supposed to get. And the Lord says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these things then shall be added unto you. It's very important that we remember this. God said, you got to seek me first before you get any, before you go for anything else. You have to seek me. You have to seek the Lord first, period. A lot of us, we may be doing it backwards, or I know that I've done it backwards for a long time, so, but it says, rest in the Lord, rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. That's one of the things that is so hard for us, I feel, is the patience part, what I'm saying? And I know for a fact that I'm a victim, because there are so many times when, I know for a fact who the Lord is, and I know what his word says, and all I have to do is remain diligent. But like I say, in the midst of you remaining diligent, you got the enemy attacking you at the same time, so like I say, that patience could wear thin. You can get frustrated with yourself, and things can unravel for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to realize that this is the strategy of the enemy. This is the strategy of the enemy. You know what I'm saying? This is how he gets us to lose focus. You know what I'm saying? He throws so many different things, you know what I'm saying, at us in the midst of us trying to get a word from the Lord, or trying to hear from the Lord, or trying to pray to the Lord. He throws so many things at us, and we think that, and it is invented by him. His devices are invented to make us believe that it is God who does not love us and God who does not want to bless us, so we have to be aware of this, but it says rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way. So it's saying, don't be anxious, don't be worried, don't get all up in your panties up in a bunch because of the man who is prospering. There's a lot of people out here who doing good. They blessing, and that's good. I'm happy for them. You know what I'm saying? There's no hate in my heart for them. You know what I'm saying? But don't let that make you anxious. Don't let that make you worried. Don't let that make you feel like, maybe something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Let the Lord do. The Lord gonna do everything that he wants to do in his time. And the more we come to this understanding, the better off we'll be in our walk with him. That's something I had to understand myself. It says, fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. You know what I'm saying? Cease from anger. He's saying cease from anger and forsake wrath. And that's something right there, that I know for a fact that I practice a lot, because I know that it's so easily for the devil to or for the adversary to create a situation that perhaps would get up underneath our skin or aggravate us or frustrate us and make us feel like, make us angry, make us want to lash back. We see it every day. Somebody cuts somebody off and it turns from an argument to a shooting to a murder. So it says be careful, because the devil, he back and forth, up and down, seeking whom he may devour. This is very important that we understand that Satan himself is on the prowl. Satan himself is on the prowl. And we have to be very, the Lord say be watchful. He says be watchful, yo. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why in my life I know for a fact I'm a firm believer. You know what I'm saying? And I know that this may be troublesome times for a lot of us as believers, but best believe one thing: this is where I'm gonna stand. So it says, "For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth." And any doubt you may have about that comes straight from the enemy. I just want to say that, because it's been different times. What's up, Candy? How you doing? You doing all right? How you doing today? But that's good. It's glad. I'm glad to see you, yo. Like it's a lot of times I do the less talk. I'm willing to talk about pretty much anything. As a respectable adult. But today, being that it is my belief. That's cool, yo. Hey, my day is good too. My day is good. I'm glad that your day is good. But like I was saying, it's like in Psalms it says for evildoers. No, it says, fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. You're welcome. Cease from anger. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, I feel like that's what a lot of people, our biggest problem may be our mouths. You know what I'm saying? Because we can get angry at something and we will let loose. You know what I'm saying? We will cuss up a storm. That used to be me. You know what I'm saying? And I find it a real task. It's a real task. It is something that I have to do daily, remembering, catching myself, thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Brandon, maintain your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because with our mouth, with our mouth, we can bless, how can we bless people and curse people at the same time? You know what I'm saying? And so I want to be a living example of who Jesus was. That's what I want to be. That's what a Christian is. Somebody who is walking in the example of Jesus himself, and that requires discipline. That requires restraint. That requires us to not follow in the ways of the world, because the world is in direct variance with everything that is good, everything that is actually pure. For us to have morals, what I'm saying? Have you noticed that morals aren't exactly important anymore in the world? You know what I'm saying? How you dress isn't exactly important anymore. Whether you spell your word all the way out isn't even important anymore. So a lot of things have went out the window. And for those of us who want to be virtuous, who want to be what I would call righteous, who are striving to be righteous, who want, not only to be righteous, but for this inside of our chest to be healed, to be the fullness of ourselves. It requires us to go to the Lord. And it says, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yes, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plot against the just, and gnash upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their swords shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. And when I read the Bible, I guess maybe it's because when I read the Bible, I don't want to be reading the Bible and not understand it. I really don't. So if I'm gonna take my time and read the Bible, I really want to get it. And I guess the Lord know that, and that's why I guess in a lot of the places in the Bible, it just makes so much sense to me. I think the hardest part is making sure that we apply it all to us. I think that's the hardest part. Because at times, that flesh, boy, it can, it's like there's a pull on you, to go and, like something you may have did or something that you do. Like, I'm gonna show you a prime example. There are many of us who every morning we get on the toilet, we smoke a cigarette. And if you've been doing that for a while and then you quit, every time you go get on that toilet, you're going to want to smoke a cigarette. So, old habits die hard, and I feel like this is the way that the enemy tries to pull us. He tries to, corrupt us and get us to move out of that situation, but we have to remember who we are. We have to remember who we are, yo, And when I say who you are, I don't mean your ego. Because your ego is the person who has a point to prove. Your ego is the one who will get angry and want to go do something to somebody or want to cut somebody off or flip them off. That's the ego. I'm talking about the other person. The person who rarely comes out, that, is very nice, very kind, is loving to everyone, is perhaps probably very sensitive. We have to remember who we really are. When we put that ego to the side, we have to remember who we really are, But it says, the Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke, into smoke shall they consume away. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young, and now I am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful, and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil, and do good, and dwell forevermore. For the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land, and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Lord, and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yes, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off, but the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him. You know, I'm going to say this. A lot of people, you know, in this world today in 2022, a lot of people believe that God is not real. They believe that Jesus Christ never walked the earth. He is not the Son of God. They don't have any faith. But let me say this and add this just as a point. There have been many times in the same people's lives where the Lord has prevented them, from being killed, from being in a situation that could have resulted in something happening bad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we go into situations without consulting the Lord, not knowing what to expect. And a lot of times if it does not work out, it was not meant to work out. It was not meant to work out. If you know, a lot of times, you know, and we may be angry about the situation. It's something, you know, whether it be a man who, you know what I'm saying, who you wanted, or a woman that you wanted, or a job opportunity that you thought would have been good for you, was making good money, you know what I'm saying? But we have to understand, God heard the conversations. God heard conversations that you didn't hear. You know what I'm saying? God heard things that you didn't hear. He can see into the future. You can't. So a lot of times, a lot of this, you know, God watches over us every single day, and things that don't work out for us, you know what I'm saying, were not meant to work out for us. You know what I'm saying? It's God's way of saying, hey, look, it's not for you. You know what I'm saying? I got something else for you. You know what I'm saying? It's just us who have to remain diligent in the situation. You know, we got to remain diligent. You know, and I want to read something else, because like I say, we're in days and times, yo, where just people don't have no faith, yo. People don't have no faith. You know, they got faith in everything but God. You know what I'm saying? They believe that they are their own gods. They're their own masters. They can, you know, they can control their own destiny. They decide, you know, and, you know, it's a lot wrong with that, you know, because we have to understand that without God, you can do nothing. Without God, you can do nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is very true. Without God, you can do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, one thing that I seek to do is to make sure that in everything I do, you know what I'm saying, I put the Lord first. This is in everything that I do. But I want to read from Matthew. Matthew 24. And it applies to these days and times because, like I say, we are in days and times where I feel like the devil is literally walking on the earth, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's assuming this or assuming that, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to read out the Bible because one thing I know for a fact is that amongst everything that people know and all the books that people have read, the Bible has not been wrong, not one time. Not one time. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. That's the thing that I know. You know what I'm saying? So, whereas people resort to other things, you know what I'm saying? One thing that we have to admit, and we must admit, that even though the Bible has been here for generations and been in different hands, it still is predicting what is going on today. You know what I'm saying? How can this be? And that's because whatever God got for you, whatever God wants us to know, it's going to be known. It's going to be known. And one of the main ways he talks to us is through the Bible. You can read a verse on Tuesday and get an understanding out of it, and then read it Saturday and get a whole different understanding out of it. That's how the Bible works. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't profit the flesh, because the flesh thinks of the Bible as foolishness. We cannot interpret the Bible with our flesh. We have to interpret it with our spirit, how it feels on our spirit. So, Matthew 24, you know what I'm saying? I like to read a lot of the words that Jesus said, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's where I get a lot of inspiration from. That's where I get a lot of my own understanding from. So it says in Matthew 24, and Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone thrown upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. And see, that's the thing that, gets me the most, is when they asked him, what will be the sign of the coming of the end of times? He say, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. Now, we must admit that that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I'm reading this, is because of the fact that I'm comparing what Jesus said to our present time. You know what I'm saying? I'm comparing it, and this is where I'm getting my understanding from. You know what I'm saying? He said, and kingdom shall rise against. That's going on right now. We got Russia and China and Syria. They in cahoots with against the United States. You know what I'm saying? And so many, and it's just and Russia trying to take over the Ukraine, and you know what I'm saying, and Israel bombing Syria. So it's kingdom against kingdom right now. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's trying to go to war. You know what I'm saying? And it says, and pestilences, famines, pestilence, all this going on, and earthquakes. All these are the beginning of sorrows. This is the beginning of sorrows. You know what I'm saying? This is what Jesus said. Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And see, I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying, that I'm a believer. You know what I'm saying? This cannot be taken away from me. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, you know, upon the threat of death, this cannot be taken away from me. You know what I'm saying? And so it's already my understanding, you know what I'm saying? Like, even like that, like, if you notice, Candy, the lady Beverly Daniels, you see how she put that VUN.FYL? I think that is actually them giving notification of, you know, okay, well, this is a holy roly, or, you know, I kind of like almost like a terrorist alert, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I've been getting a lot of them, and even me and another guy, we agreed that when they put that on your screen, that means that they're almost tagging you as like a suspect for something, you know what I'm saying? In my case, it would probably be because of the fact that I'm a believer. But, you know, it says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, well, I don't know what a spam bot is, because I kept, look, it's certain times that I be seeing that, and it's like, what is that? You know, and I know that all I basically talk about is God. All I basically talk about is, you know, just real adult talk, being yourself, you know what I'm saying? Allowing yourself to be you in a world that is totally against that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want, because that's how we can come to the understanding of who God is, who he really is, and what the walk is really like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's crazy, yo. You know what I'm saying? But look, it says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And when you hear something like that, I feel like in some people that could make them say, well, I don't want to be afflicted, I don't want to be killed, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be this, I don't want to be that. But I know that it is far better for me to die with the Lord than to be here on earth and be a part of a system, the beast system, because that's basically what it is. It's going to be the beast system. You're going to be a slave for it. You're going to be doing their dirty work. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like death is far better. You know what I'm saying? So it says, you know, and then shall many be offended. And then shall many, and look, they doing this right now. They killing Christians all in other countries. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so crazy. Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many. That is going on right now. The false prophets. I have been in countless churches where they are no longer they no longer support the fact that they read from a Bible, but do not support the fact that heaven and hell is real. They do not support the fact that heaven and hell is real. How can you read from the Bible and, you know, believe and read from it, believe that it's true, but disagree with the fact that there is a heaven and that there is a hell? This is so misleading. Yes, even yes, and you know, that's the thing about it. You know, one thing I'll say is this, you know, I believe that in my belief, if a person is a real Christian, you know what I'm saying, if they are a real Christian, and I believe that through God, I'm gonna just say through God will provide a way for those to know who each other are. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be through God. But in this day and age, you know, there are so many of people who are in the church, who are Christians, but who don't have the Spirit of God. You know, see, this is the difference. And I believe that is the separating of the wheat from the tares. So we just, and you know, it sounds so cliche, or something that was written in the Bible. You know, they are actually inserting chips in people's hands in Sweden to verify that they have they are doing this. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, I believe that is very much like the Bible says, that the God of this world has blinded their minds. You know what I'm saying? He has blinded their minds. You know what I'm saying? This is the issue. And I have to remember on a daily basis that it's not the actual person that I am at war with. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, spiritual wickedness in high place. This is very much real. And, you know, it's so real, you know, man, it's some things that I could speak about, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to spiritual principalities, wickedness, you know what I'm saying, like, that would blow your mind. Like, and in my mind, it's like, I'm, you know me, when I'm talking to God, I'm like, God, I never thought that I would experience this. I never thought that I would have walked through this. You know, I never thought that I would be living in this. But God say it's okay because you one of mine, and I'm going to make you a defense city. I'm going to make you a strong tower. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to matter what they do to you. They're not going to be able to take you out my hand. You know what I'm saying? And so that is, you know, that is the thing that I have to remember. You know what I'm saying? But there are some things that are on this earth, you know what I'm saying, that people have not one clue about. There are things that walk around us, that are amongst us as we speak, that people do not have a clue about. And if they did, you know, I don't think that they would probably walk around like they did. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I thank God that he has given me a chance to have grace, to have mercy. You know what I'm saying? Because just like there are people who are walking around blind, I was the same way. I was still out here doing the same thing. When the Lord decided to dust me off and clean me off, I was no better. You know what I'm saying? I was no better. I was still doing the same. I was doing some of the same things other people was doing. So in no way am I considering myself better than anyone, but I will say that I am striving to do better, you know. And it says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You know what I'm saying? Where is real love, yo? Where is real love? You know what I'm saying? For somebody to say, hey, look, I love you, and to mean it. You know what I'm saying? Where is that? You know what I'm saying? It's so hard to find that. You know what I'm saying? Now, hey, you know, one thing I say, Candy, I'm going to say this, Candy, you know what I'm saying, is that, you know, one thing that we can agree is that, number one, you know, yes, they are. And I believe that it's because, like I say, they are being led astray. You know what I'm saying? They are being led astray. All this, you know, and then we have to think about the fact that there is so much new age religions and a lot of people don't understand that a lot of this technology, a lot of this new age religions and occultist stuff that they're getting straight from devils. You know what I'm saying? People don't even, there are a lot of people who don't realize that a lot of the higher ups, they get their technology and their knowledge straight from devils. Whoa, my video cutting out. They get their knowledge straight from devils, yo. You know what I'm saying? And look, they are opening up holes. They opening up portals. They doing all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the thing that we have to understand, that God see everything. So it is a part of his righteous plan to separate. Because the ones who really for God gonna stick with God. And the ones who really for God, they gonna see it. And they gonna know exactly what's going on. And they not gonna be able to be fooled. Because the world is trying to fool a lot of people right now. It is trying to fool you into believing, you know, that all that stuff that's going on is not a part of us entering the end time tribulations. You know what I'm saying? The earthquakes, the pestilences, the famines, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff going on. And they're also trying to warm us up for the Antichrist. because he's going to be able to do things that people are not going to be able to explain. And they're going to consider him God. He's going to call himself God, and he's going to require people to worship him. You see what I'm saying? The man of sin has not come yet. He has not come yet. And in the Bible, it says that before Jesus comes, the man of perdition must reveal himself. Okay. And that is the big question that I have within myself is, has he revealed himself? A lot of people believe that it's Trump because of the way Trump came up and how he came up. You know what I'm saying? So, but Jesus will not come until the man of perdition comes. And that's why that's why I'm doing everything I can to ensure that I'm with the Lord, because I'm not sure if he here or not, to be honest with you. I'm leaning towards the fact that I think that he is. But because of there's certain things that's going on, especially where I live at, that people have access to certain types of technology and things that let me know that they are in direct communication and contact, if not with Satan himself or the Antichrist, then with the fallen angels. Because the type of things that they have, the type of things that they're dealing with, I even had one of the gang stalkers say, hey, look, oh, you have no idea. Well, I'll say this, because, when we think about the Antichrist, the Antichrist is supposedly, a lot of people, they do this, the Antichrist will suffer a wound that is supposed to kill him, and he will survive it. This is prophecy. Now, I don't know if that, because some people might have believed that was Trump because Trump caught the corona and he survived it. I don't know. I don't know if that's symbolic for him being the Antichrist. And if Obama is the Antichrist, then I mean, he been gone a while now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but this one thing I know too. A lot, it may be the Pope. And I'm gonna tell you why, because in prophecy it says that the Pope is going to stand in the holiest of holies and desecrate it. He's going, that's the reason why I don't believe that it's Obama or Trump, because this, a part of the prophecy as with the Antichrist this is when, and then it says, hold on, as a matter of fact, it says, here it is. And that just goes to show you, where is it at? Oh yeah, here it is. It says, and I'm right here where it is. It says, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. So that must basically mean that upon the Antichrist standing in the holy place and desecrating it, that all hell gonna break loose. Like, that's gonna be like the ultimate, like that's gonna be like God said, okay, that's enough, it's over. So, because they say, let him which is on the housetop not come down and take anything out of his house. So that's saying going back, you might not make it going back. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. What is a woman gonna do if she got babies and they young, and she trying to flee? She knows she's a believer and she's trying to flee. She's trying to get away. These babies, when they uncomfortable, they gonna cry. They don't care about the fact that you want them to be quiet. How'd you, especially, and you can't feed them. Think about these times. The Antichrist is here. Many of the Christians are going to have to flee into the wilderness. That's what this whole situation is gearing up towards. And those who have kids, this is going to eventually, some of them are going to break and give in, because they're going to be looking at their kids and they're like, how am I going to feed my kids in the wilderness? And they, there are going to be some who are going to give in. They're going to take that because they're going to be looking at their kids. It says, and woe to them that are with child and to them that give suck in those days. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. The mother who got 2-3 kids, all of them young. You know what I'm saying? She knows she a believer, but she can't feed her kids. You know what I'm saying? The beast system is here. And they requiring you to get this certain mark in order to buy, in order to get food, in order to do anything. You know what I'm saying? What kind of decision is, is that to put a woman in when she knows she got kids? You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel, well, I'm not going to say that, but I feel like it's going to be a hard situation. It's going to be a very hard situation because we already know for a fact that a lot of the men if they understand what's going on, they're going to flee. But what kind of situation is that for a woman to understand that that system is here, the beast system is here? You know what I'm saying? It's requiring her as a believer to do something that she knows is going to take her straight to hell, yet and still she has kids and she cannot feed them. That is where her faith is going to have to carry her. You see what I'm saying? This is what we heading towards. And a lot of people do not see it, yo. A lot of people do not see it. Say, but pray that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to the time, nor shall ever be. So basically what Jesus is saying in Matthew 24 is that once the Antichrist stands in the holy place and desecrates it, that is what is going to start a chain reaction of some stuff that we have that has never happened before in mankind, in the history of mankind. Say, then shall be tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world. You see what I'm saying? And many people are not going to be ready for it because of the fact that they are too busy being entertained. They are too busy, you know what I'm saying, trying to stack their money, which ain't gonna mean nothing to them in the end. You know what I'm saying? If they're not willing to get that mark. If you ain't willing to get that mark, then that money ain't gonna mean nothing because you ain't gonna be able to go in the store and we ain't even gonna have money no more. At the point that we going, it's gonna be crypto all the way. It's gonna be nothing but crypto. That's why they warming us up with this crypto, all this coin, that coin, this coin. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be able to track you. Every little thing you buy and spend, they're gonna have video surveillance on you. You're gonna be a walking antenna, and they're gonna be able to track everything you buy all the way down to the penny candy you bought out the store. They are eliminating cash, yo. You know what I'm saying? We are slowly moving into the cashless society. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to understand this, yo. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Then it says, after this tribulation, then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. Because this is, see, that's what's going on. That's, for there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning come out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of man be. So they letting you know one thing. The way Jesus coming is clean up out the sky. You know what I'm saying? So any man that's on earth already here talking about he Jesus, it ain't him. You know what I'm saying? He say, for as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. We just have to understand that, yo. This is going to be the great, this is the great deception right now. This is probably one of the, with Dr. Fauci and they say, bro, this is probably one of the greatest lies ever told. This little situation that we've been going through for the last 2 years. This is probably one of the greatest lies that's had ever told in history, because it has, every country has played a part in it, you know what I'm saying? And they have, it's just crazy, yo. But it says, Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened. Now, Bill Gates was talking about maybe we should darken the sun. And see, they're already saying things and doing things to try to make an excuse for what's going on. When the rapture come and people disappear up off the earth, they gonna make it seem like it was an alien invasion. They gonna have people out here, and people gonna know what it was. People are going to know what it was, but they gonna try to make it seem like it was an alien invasion. Just think about that, yo. They are telling lies to people straight. They gonna tell lies all the way to hell until it's so clear that people, you can't miss it. You can't miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just the truth. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and there shall all the tribes of earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Jesus coming in the clouds. Jesus coming in the clouds. So any man on earth that's talking about he God or he Jesus Christ, it ain't him. Because Jesus said he coming in the clouds. You see what I'm saying? But, the point that I'm just trying to make in this situation, for us as believers is that, those who are not, mentally prepared in a situation, because you may be living at a time like this. I say if I'm living during a time like this, there is nothing that I am not willing to lose. I don't care what it is. I will go in the woods. I will be like Tarzan. I do not care. But there are things that I stand for, that I believe in, that I will not falter on. That's just the way it is. And for those of us who are believers, it is our job to do our due diligence, to understand, to see the times, to look around us. Yeah, Candy, that, look, hey, one thing I'll say about that, Candy, is, man, it's walking with God, when you finally really understand that God is the one who has been playing a part in your situation the whole time, it's different. It's different. Because, and let me say this, because I've been in some situations. I ain't talking about, somebody shooting me and killing me. That's nothing. I ain't talking about being robbed. I ain't talking about car accident. I'm talking about paranormal, supernatural. I've been in some situations where the enemy knew I was done. The enemy expected me to be done. And in my own common sense, I expected myself to be done. I really expected myself to be done. But that is how I know for a fact that Jesus Christ is real, that God has had his hand over my life, because of the fact that I have been in some things and some situations that I wasn't supposed to make it through. Like, not in my right mind. Like, no, I wasn't supposed to make that. I wasn't supposed to make it through that. I'm talking about paranormal. And that's why I know for a fact that, for those who, forget being lukewarm. This is not the time. Forget the club, forget all of that. I have seen enough now to where I know for a fact that the most important thing, number one, is doing what God has asked me to do. And number two, my salvation. Because, how it says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, and one shall be taken, and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord do cometh. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as you think not. So he letting you know, the Lord putting you on game. You know what I'm saying? If I was a dude, you know what I'm saying, and this was me reading this to you, I'd be letting you, I'll be talking to you like this. I'd be like, say, bro, look, check this out. You don't know when I'm coming. So don't think you're going to be able to give me no last minute repentances. Ain't no such thing as no last minute repentance, because you don't know when the last minute is. You see what I'm saying? You don't know when I'm coming, and I promise you, I'm gonna sneak up on you. You know what I'm saying? So you better be ready. You know, that's basically what the Bible just said to me. You know what I'm saying? Like in my face. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's why I don't want to lie to myself. I don't want to lie to myself, boy. I do not want to lie to myself. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm honest with myself and my heart. That is the reason why I feel I am able to be honest with other people, because I'm honest with myself first. And you know, just to read that and to understand that one day you may be in the store and the person that's behind you or in front of you just up and vanish, and you still here. Like, and it's not like you can't, like as soon as you see it, you gonna know what happened. Ain't gonna be no such thing as aliens took people. Ain't gonna be no such thing as they came and abducted people. You gonna know what happened. So I don't want to be that person that is in line or in traffic, you know what I'm saying, watching, you know, clothes hit the floor, because somebody, you know, the Lord done took people up, you know what I'm saying? And now I gotta, you know what I'm saying, now I'm gonna be here through the rest of the, because it's gonna get worse after that. It's gonna get worse after that. So I don't want to be here for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be here for that. And it's nothing in this world that's worth that situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I tell you this, I'm gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? And you looking at somebody who was a complete heathen, yo. I'm talking about my record is not pretty. My record is not pretty. I can't even drive for Uber. I can't even drive for Uber. But I tell you this, you know what I'm saying? The Lord know how, the Lord know what's up with my heart, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I try to influence, you know what I'm saying, people to just be they self, yo. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. You know, if you don't be the kind of person that's too proud to pray, or too hard to pray, or too gangster to pray, or you know what I'm saying, or don't, you following the crowd, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't be that kind of person, because that's the kind of people that's gonna get caught up, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be pretty, yo. It's not gonna be pretty. It's not. You know what I'm saying? And a part of me almost wanna wish I could say, bro, I wish it was a lie. But it ain't. It ain't no lie, yo. And that's why now, I don't care if I had $1 billion, yo, I'd still be secluded. I still wouldn't do nothing. I still would refrain from doing all the BS, yo, because I just realized where we at in this times, yo. I just realized where we at, and it is so important for you to come to the real understanding of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make things right with the Lord. Go to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You know, make things right with the Lord, yo. I'm telling you this now because look, all they got out here now is this new age religions. You know what I'm saying? They telling you hell ain't real. They telling you heaven ain't real. They telling you, you know what I'm saying, that it's a state of mind. They got the cult for you though. You know what I'm saying? They got that for you. They got that for you. And there's a secret. Well, it's not a secret, but the war is out against us. Those who speak up, those who are not afraid to stand up and say, hey, I'm a believer. You know what I'm saying? There is a war out against you. But the thing that they didn't know was that the Lord gave us everything we needed to fight the war. He gave us everything we needed to fight the war. You know what I'm saying? It's just the one thing that I feel that, you know, we have to put away is fear, yo. Because fear is the number one thing that's going to prevent people from having enough faith that God will save them in that time. Fear is what's going to tell them God not going to save me. You know what I'm saying? So I got to do it. No, I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations now where I had absolutely no way out, and I'm still here. So I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying, that God is real. He will make a way. You know what I'm saying? There's so many of us, you know what I'm saying, who, you know, we didn't even trust in our own bodies to fight off this. You know what I'm saying? We just accepted whatever they gave us. So, you know, like we have to really, like, that's the reason why I don't want to be the kind of person who is always at work, who's always busy, who's always doing this, who's always doing that, because that takes away from the time that I get to reflect on myself. I get to reflect about who I am. I get to talk to the Lord. I get to pray, because I'm telling you, in prayer, you know, once you get to the point to where you are, you know, you're praying, you know, 2, 3, 4 times a day. Once you get to that point, then things, the smoke begins to clear up. The smoke begins to clear up. Once you get to the point to where you're praying 2, 3, 4 times a day, and you have refrained from being sexually immoral, and you don't want to steal no more, and you watch and monitor your mouth, and you monitor your thoughts, and you get to the point to where you really, really, really want this in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the point to where, like I say, me, 40-year-old grown man, I will bust out crying. I will bust out crying. You know what I'm saying? That's just how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't lie to myself. I can't lie to myself and say, oh, it ain't real. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been able to do it. I'm not going to start doing it now. But once you can get to the point where you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have sex. You know what I'm saying? That's a demon I don't want on me no more. I realize now that, you know, I have come to the understanding that a lot of things that we think, you know what I'm saying? And let me say this, you know what I'm saying? And this is just in my opinion, and some people may not like it, you know what I'm saying? But I believe it to be true, and it's something to be thought about, okay? Because if fear is a spirit, God says he has not given us the spirit of fear. He's basically telling us that fear is a spirit. What if homosexuality was a spirit? And what if because of the fact that people who believe that they were born that way, what if that spirit has been on them from the beginning? And that is the reason why they feel like they were born that way. What if it was a spirit? And what if maybe that is the reason why it is so hard to get rid of, because of the fact that it is a spirit? I'm not saying that because I don't like gay people. I'm saying that because I'm trying to figure out how this spirit world works. If fear is a spirit, there are different types of spirits. I have come to that understanding now. You see what I'm saying? Fear is a spirit that can take hold of you and will not let you go. We have we have to conquer that. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I'm, you know, it's like the spirit world is literally coming forth right in front of our faces. You know what I'm saying? And it's to the point now where The heart means absolutely nothing to people. The heart means absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I seek, you know what I'm saying, only through the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I made an agreement with myself that regardless to whether the truth convicts me, makes me feel bad, or makes me guilty, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna express it. You know what I'm saying? That's what matters. Me expressing the truth. If I'm not a gangster, I'm not a thug, I'm none of that. I'm a man, and I believe in God and Jesus Christ. There is love inside of me for everyone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even mad at the people who do the gang stalking. I'm hurt and disappointed because I just don't see how people can find it in themselves to do things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, not people, just for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even mad at them. I'm more hurt and disappointed. You know what I'm saying? But, God is over all things, yo. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I read that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in the end of times, yo. Like, it don't matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter what matters is what spirit is in you. That's what matters. What spirit is in you. You know what I'm saying? That is really what matters. You know what I'm saying? I have to, not only do I have to, I have to constantly check myself and check myself and check myself and check myself. You know what I'm saying? Lest I fall into temptation and be out here tripping and slipping. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, that's not, I'm too old for that. You know what I'm saying? When I was 16, 17, and 18, I was out here being a hoe, smoking weed, getting drunk. How am I be 40 doing the same thing? There's no growth in that. There is no growth in the fact that I'm still doing the same thing I was doing when I was 17 and I'm 40. That's like saying that I have not learned nothing or grew up not at all. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. The older we get, you know what I'm saying, we are supposed to come to a better understanding, you know what I'm saying, about who we are, who we really are. Let go of our egos, you know what I'm saying? Because our egos, a lot of people have died because of their ego. A lot of people are dying because of their egos. They refuse to let it go, and they keep going on. There are a lot of people, if they just would have let it go and said it's all right, it's cool, they still be here today. They wouldn't be dead. But their egos got in the way, and I don't want to be that kind of person. That's why the Lord say, put away anger. Put away wrath. This preserves your life. This preserves your life. You're not the baddest person in the world. I'm not the baddest person in the world. Neither one of us. There's always somebody that's a little badder than us. You know what I'm saying? That don't care more than us. You know what I'm saying? And love is no longer here. Love is no longer here. But one thing I want to say too, I want to say this. I want to be like Forrest Gump. And let me tell you why. Just hear me out. Just let me tell you why. Just hear me out. I want to be like Forrest Gump. Because Forrest Gump, Forrest Gump was the true symbol of a man who was completely himself. He came from a disadvantaged situation. He was completely himself at all times. And look where life brought him. Look how many things he experienced in the process of him just being himself. Coming from a child who didn't even know how to walk, who basically was the one who taught in the movie, who taught Elvis how to dance. You know what I'm saying? He went in the war, made it out, became a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? And look, he wasn't the smartest apple on the tree. I want to be like Forrest Gump because he ran millions of miles just for nothing because he wanted to run. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the true expression of a man who was just being. He say life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. And he did not lie. He did not lie. Life is like a box of chocolates, boy. You never know what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? I used to look at that movie and I used to find it kind of strange. But now that I've grown in age, Forrest Gump is, to me, is an example of a man who was just himself. He didn't pretend to be nobody else. He did not. He was completely himself. When he fell in love with that girl, he was just in love. He was in love. And even though she didn't love him like the same way he did, he didn't hate her for it. When she came back, he took her in. He was being himself. That was his heart. He never stopped. His heart was always open. He was always himself. He never stopped being able to love, yo. Like, I tell you the truth, yo. Like, now that I think about that, yo, you know what I'm saying? If you really think about that movie, Forrest Gump, yo, and just think about his personality and who he was, you know what I'm saying? He never portrayed or tried to be somebody else. He was always Forrest Gump. You know what I'm saying? And in the process of him just being himself, he experienced more things than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? He experienced, like, he influenced so many people. And I know it's just a movie. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it was a movie that was put together, and the meaning that I got out of it is that you can be yourself and still, well, and not even you can, when you are able to influence the world a lot harder when you are just being yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you just being yourself, yo. Like when he was running on the road, yo, and what it was, he wiped his face off on that shirt and made a smiling face, and then dude started selling all the shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it did not matter. Like, even to the people who didn't mean him no good, he was just himself. He was himself. When he caught that girl he was in love with in the car with that boy, he beat the hell out of that boy. Like, he was just himself, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was the reason why he was so blessed, because his heart was pure. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just himself. He was not afraid to be himself in a world, you know what I'm saying, that ridiculed him, looked at him as somebody that was slow, or somebody who, you know what I'm saying, was disadvantaged. He didn't care about none of that. He was okay with being himself. Forrest Gump, yo. I love Forrest Gump, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's the meaning I got out of that, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's, and amongst, I gotta say, I love the Lord. I love Jesus Christ, because I know that he been there for me throughout my whole life. You know what I'm saying? But Forrest Gump is the prime example, you know what I'm saying, of somebody who I would look at as someone who, is fearless. Is fearless, because that's what, it is hard for a lot of people to be themselves in this world. You have to be, that takes strength. That takes courage to say, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rolling with them because, you only with them because, you know what I'm saying, they like this, and you don't even like it, but you still gonna do it because you with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not you being you. That's you being them. You know what I'm saying? And how can you ever come to the truth about anything if you are so busy being like them? How can you ever come to the truth about anything? You're lying about who you really are. You're lying about what you really like. You're lying about what you really listen. Like, you're lying about so many things that you are unable to come to the truth. You are unable. You can't even figure out who you are. And that's why I say, yo, and I'm not saying that to any particular person. I'm just saying, like, I feel like coming to the realization of who you really are when is right. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something. You know, for the most part, my family were the only ones who used to, I go by my sister's house and I would be an absolute clown. I roll on the floor, act stupid, do dumb stuff, just really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm to the point now where it's not just like that with my family. It's like wherever I go, I'm gonna just be who I am, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's with respect to other people, but at the same time, that's very hard to find. And the ones who are true to themselves and who are real creators, the world snatches them up. The world snatches them up. If just think about it, all the people who are original creators, all the people who are very good at things, who are, what's that boy name that made them clothes and he ended up dying. They snatched him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the people who have the real talent, you know what I'm saying? Or because we all have talent. It's just that most of us are either afraid to go for it or we haven't found it yet. But the ones who are, just, who come out the forefront and are just original creators and come up with things that, you know what I'm saying, no one else thought about. The world quickly finds a way to finagle them or snatch them up or use them up or buy them out. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what the world does. You know what I'm saying? It perverts all original thought. You know what I'm saying? The world can't come up with most of the things that people come up with. So what does it do? It take advantage of the people who can. All right, it's just crazy, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's just so important that we, in the midst of your greatness, remember who made you great. Because if the world, if something that you made went viral today or tomorrow, the word will be at your doorstep. You'll be on Facebook, you'll be on Instagram, you'll be the talk of Twitter, you'll be the talk, you'll be on all of that. You'll have people coming at you, you know what I'm saying? Like, they would bombard you. They would bombard you. If that happened for you today or tomorrow, they would bombard you. You would be the new thing. They would wear you out. They would wear you out. They would do all sorts of things with you until you become a thing of the past. Then they find some type of way to, that's just the way. And it's not me thinking negative. That's just the honest truth. That's why I just, in my mind, saying when they say, oh, what death, well, all right, I've seen what the world got to offer. I seen what the world got to offer. Like, I mean, can anybody say they, like, died and really know what it's like? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? But I know I'm talking like that because of the fact that I'm just not of the world, yo. You know what I'm saying? Even though I done played a part in it for a long time, you know what I'm saying? I'm to the point in my life now where the Lord is forcing people to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? And people better think about that. People are no longer able to walk in the middle of the fence. You can no longer straddle the fence. You're either on one side or the other. That's what this has boiled down to now. There is no middle of the fence. There is no lukewarm. If you're evil, you're not a little bit evil. You all the way evil. If you for the Lord, it's because you're not half-stepping. It's because you're going all the way with it. It's because you are doing what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Or the Lord is working on you. He's fashioning you. He's holding you to the fire to make you that perfect piece of jewelry, that perfect piece of gold, purging you. Like, you know, ain't no more middle of the line. People dying in the middle of the line now. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us to just realize that, yo, because like I said, we don't know, bro. We could look up and people could disappear on us, and I think about that. I think about that more than I think about death. You know, death is death. I mean, it's death. You know, like you can't duck it. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, my video. Why my video doing that? But death is death. You can't duck it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't want to go screaming. I just want to go. You know, if that be for me, you know, and the Lord know I ain't telling no lies. You know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact that while I'm here, no one's gonna force me to think like they want me to think. No one's gonna force me to do anything that I don't want to do, especially with my body. You know, I'm prepared to go all the way with that. Like, that's just where I'm at with this. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that the people who are holding the cards are, they don't, it's like, there are no people that's saying, oh well, let's help them, let's really cure them. You know what I'm saying? Because if they were really trying to cure you, they'd be telling you, hey, don't eat this, you know, maintain a diet, you know what I'm saying, build your immune system up. This is what it sounds like when people are really trying to help you. It sounds like that. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like, oh well, you know, Miss Rodriguez, if you want to live longer and you don't want to be on high blood pressure, you know what I'm saying, it's really important that you cut back on the pork and you cut back on this and you maintain your diet and lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of times the doctor does say that to us. It's just that we push it out of our mind so fast that we forgot that he said it. I'll run 8 miles a day before I go on some blood pressure medicine. I don't want, that's like, that doesn't, medicine does not cure you, you know? So, you know, like I say, it's, you know, I hope that, you know, this is just my word for the day. This is my motivation for people, yo. You know what I'm saying? You know, to be strong, yo, to have your own individual thought. You know what I'm saying? Don't be the 397th million person getting an iPhone just because everybody else got an iPhone. Like, I can understand if you like them. Yeah, big pharma. Hey, you know, and let me ask you something, Candy. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you something. And I want to ask you without being too descriptive. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, you know, I'm trying to figure out why they have to change our DNA to help us with this pandemic. Like, I'm still trying to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why does it require you to alter my DNA? Because that's basically what is going on when they are using mRNA. They're changing a part of your DNA. They're taking a piece out and, you know, using mRNA. So, you know, when all these other pestilences came, we didn't do none of that. We did not do any of that. When SARS came, when H1N1 came, you know, bingo, bingo. And guess what? God say, you know what I'm saying? Because number one, you know, your DNA, that's God's fingerprint. That's God's fingerprint. That's God making you exactly who you is. And basically what you doing is changing that. I refuse. I refuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in other countries, people bucking. In other countries, they rioting. They bucking. We the only ones that's just chilling like it's cool. And hold up, let me be cool on that. So they say I'm trying to incite a riot. I'm not. In no way am I. in no way am I saying, you know, anything of that such. All I'm saying is that people are fighting for their rights. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? People are fighting for their rights, yo. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we just like kind of like docile. We're just docile. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, one thing I realize is that most people who ever started anything that was real, anything that was, you know, to help people, they usually started by themselves. Malcolm, Martin, you know what I'm saying? And not just black people. Not just black people. I'm talking about all the greats. All the people who ever, you know, did something. Hey, and you know what? You know what? I know for a fact that fluoride does that, which is why they've also put it in the water. You know what I'm saying? Much less the fact that we brush our teeth with it. You know what I'm saying? They also put it in the water. And here I am, still got fluoride toothpaste. You know what I'm saying? You know, one thing I say is this. You know what I'm saying? If if I'm the kind of person that if I say I ain't gonna do, yeah, it is. It is. And you know, I have some other questions though, because I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to figure out how Amazon can come out with Palm Pay if there's supposedly no metal in your body. How can you pay with your palm? Like, how does that go? You see what I'm saying? Like, Amazon came out with a thing called Palm Pay, where they say they can connect your debit card to your hand. How can that happen? How can they do that if there is no metal in your body? I don't get that. I don't get it. Like, sounds fishy. That's, yeah, that coconut oil good. Yeah, that coconut oil, it does really good. It's just that, you know, how can I say it? There is, I want to say it like this. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want people to think that, you know, I'm crying for help. I'm actually my own man. I accept my own destiny. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. But at the same time, there is a heavy, no, but since you I'm finna write that down right now. Is that where they talk about how they're gonna about all the things where they have agreed that they're gonna do to people? Because if that is, then I think I read a piece of it where they talk about their plans and what they're gonna do, like how they're gonna give when people have. Yeah, I haven't read that, but I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna go past. I'm gonna read it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, just knowledge is power, yo. I think that there are a few of us who know that. You know what I'm saying? That the more you know, the more you grow. You know. But prayer is mandatory, yo. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you this, Candy. I slacked off praying for like probably a week, 2 weeks. Started catching hell. Started catching hell, yo. Like, and I knew what it was. I'm talking about I slacked off praying for like 2 weeks, yo. I didn't want to fast because fasting, it's just it takes so much, it takes, you got to really make up your mind. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I did read parts of that book because I do remember that part. So that's like, yeah, that's like it's like a memorandum on the things that they're going to do, you know what I'm saying, to help bring down people. Putting metals in the water and um uh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. I do remember that. But, there is a presence. There is a presence in the world, and there are some of us who know about this presence. You know what I'm saying? This presence, it is spiritual. Let me tell you something. Gang stalking is more spiritual than it is the fact that they're attacking, you know what I'm saying, your body. You know what I'm saying? It's more spiritual, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanna say that, yo. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times those who are being watched or gang stalked don't even know they're really under a spiritual attack, you know what I'm saying? And, depending on if you're making progress, getting closer to God or not, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really, I think, what they judge. You know what I'm saying? They judge because I believe that the closer you get to God spiritually, the stronger you become. And so the ones who are getting closer and closer and closer and closer to God are perceived as a greater threat. You know, some of us are, you know, are stagnant. I'm gonna put it like that. You know what I'm saying? We're there, but we're stagnant. And, I promise you this, though, God won't allow it to keep going on. The stagnancy, I can promise you that. He's going to put you in a situation to where you're going to have no choice. But yo, hey, they, I know for a fact now, I'm in agreement with you. I want to first say that about the directed energy weapons. You know what I'm saying? I want to say, and one thing I want to say is that I'll be praying for you too. You remember that, huh? I ain't forgot about that. I'll be praying for you, yo. But I it's a known fact that they're in their headlights, and they can do, depending on who they send at you and the particular reason, they can do a lot more than that, Candy. Look, and I just don't want to speak about it on here, but there are things they can do, Candy. No problem. There are things that they can do, Candy, that are a lot worse. Like, and that was why I was saying that I know for a fact that God has his hand on me, because, the directed energy weapons that, and, I'm not too much tripping off that, you know what I'm saying? Because, and over a long period of time, it probably will affect me. But I can tell you this, Candy. There are things that they have access to that, and it's they have access to this through the spiritual world. They're not going to God. They're going to devils, to the fallen. You know what I'm saying? They have the fallen angels are here. You know what I'm saying? People just don't realize it because they're walking around in human flesh. People don't realize that sometimes when you walk by a person and you get the most creeped out feeling, it's because that person is not the person you think they are. Anytime, your spirit is going to, anytime you come within the vicinity of a spirit that is not like yours, you are going to notice the difference. You know what I'm saying? And the people who are a part of this situation with the gang stalking, they have, for those who are refusing to participate in the program, they have different, they want to try to gradually hack away at you. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to say is they have, there are, all right, Toon Squad, what's up? But they have ways, you know what I'm saying, through the demonic world of, they have access to some things. Okay, I saw something on someone's phone one time, and they basically tried to show it to me. And what I want to say is that it was clearly something of an object, but it was demonic. Okay, and I'm not saying that it was a person. It looked like an object, but it was, I don't know how to explain that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that a lot of people basically who are in these secret societies, and namely, you know who, you know what I'm saying, they have started accessing these things through the devils and the Freemasons that they through the devils and the fallen angels that they deal with. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, they are really doing this. Like, this is going on right now. Did you see the video where the Pope put his hands on that man in the wheelchair and he looked like he was putting a demon in him? Like, tell me who did not see that. Tell me who did not see that video where the Pope placed his hands on that man in the wheelchair and put a demon in him. Like, you cannot deny that. That was not him giving him blessings. Like, you cannot deny that. Like, the Pope himself placed his hands on, like, I'm talking about, that is on YouTube, on live TV. That man, you could tell, if you see the way that man's face changed after he let him go, like, you can clearly tell what he did. Like, and it's right in front of our faces. Candy, when you leave from this video, I would love for you to look up, there's a video, and what would you type in? Pope gives blessings. Pope gives blessings. Pope gives blessings to man or boy. And this is how you're gonna know for a fact that it's the right video, because the dude that he did it to is in a wheelchair. The dude that he did it to is in a wheelchair, and you're gonna see him put his hands on the man's head. And so when he did that, the dude started doing this. And then when he let him go, like, the most evilest face, like, produced itself. You know what I'm saying? But there was a controversy about that, because the Pope saying he was giving the man his blessings. You know what I'm saying? But it was very clear that he was putting a devil in that man. And, I'm convinced that the Pope, if he not the Antichrist, he a part of that system. But just go look at, when you get off of here, just go look at that video, yo. You know what I'm saying? Pope gives man blessings. And the dude is in a wheelchair, yo. You know what I'm saying? And he put his hands on that man's head. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, he put a devil in that man. He put a demon in that man. You can tell by the way the dude's shaking. He's shaking. I'm talking about, that's not blessings. That's not blessings, yo. We know what blessings look like. That's not blessings. He put his hand on that man's head. Fondling. I'm telling you, he put his hand on that man's head, and it's very clear in that video. Like I say, the dude is in a wheelchair. The Pope walks up to him and puts his hands on the man's head. And the man, after he does that, the man, it's like he's transferring it into him. And this is like, people do not understand what is really on the earth right now. Like, I'm trying to, like, and look, I'm under fire blowing the whistle. I'm talking about I'm under fire. I'm under fire. You know what I'm saying? They want me to go back to work and have a 9 to 5 and go back, you know what I'm saying, to doing the regular things of the world, you know what I'm saying? But I came to the understanding of all this by being in silence, by being to myself. The whole time, like I say, I'm coming under fire, yo. And I ain't telling no lies. Talking about I'm coming under fire because of that. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact, you know what I'm saying, that, I talk about God, number one. You know what I'm saying? Number two, you know what I'm saying, I don't too much care about telling the truth. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Like, the fallen angels are already here. The so-called aliens that are not aliens, but demonic entities, they're already here. It's just that you can't tell because they are in flesh. You have to spiritually be able to realize what you are, what you are in the vicinity of. You have to be, like, if you are not spiritually tuned to the situation, if you don't pray to the Lord, if you have no connection to God, you know what I'm saying, Candy, you just made a good point. And let me say this, Candy, you know what I'm saying? Because look, back in the day when we was little and we used to go to church, you know what I'm saying? We used to see the preacher put hands on people and they'll fall out. And it seemed like everybody was falling out that the preacher put hands on. So we didn't want to be the black sheep, you know what I'm saying? So we'll go up there, and even though he put his hands on us, we know we ain't have to fall out, but we'll fall out anyway. That's different than what's going on today, okay? Because the preachers that are behind the pulpits today, 90-something% of them are, if not Freemasons, they are dealing in the occult. They have seducing devils. And that is the reason why when they put hands on people, they are giving them a spirit. It's just not the spirit of God. It is the spirit of demons and devils. That is the reason why they are banning me from churches. The last church I went into, the man actually called the police, had me banned, and said I cannot come back. I told the person that was the preacher there, it was supposed to be a 7-day Adventist church. You know what I'm saying? And so I went to that church and I'm telling them, I'm like, okay, well, if y'all know that the Sabbath day is Saturday, why y'all not telling the Baptists? Why y'all not telling, the other people who believe in God too and read the same Bible? Why y'all not telling them that they worshiping God on the wrong day, which is not Sunday, it's Saturday? But anyways, I also went on to further explain that I knew for a fact that the Freemasons were over the church. You know what I'm saying? And that the guy who was behind the pulpit was using seducing devils. And do you know that for a fact that he did not deny anything that I said to him? As a matter of fact, one of his deacons came over to me and attempted to use a seducing devil. And, you know, in the midst of me and this pastor going back and forth about the situation, you know what I'm saying, about me, because look, I was in a church and the guy was basically telling the people that there is no heaven or hell. And so I stood up and I said, hypocrisy. And I said, you know, so I'm going off now because you in here lying to these people. And so that's basically what got me banned. But I did it because of the fact you are lying to people, telling them that there is no hell. You know what I'm saying? So when I came back like several weeks later, you know what I'm saying, we had a discussion. And I was telling the pastor there, I said, hey man, I say, look, I say, I know for a fact that the Freemasons are the security here, and you are using them, you know what I'm saying, to not only to not only pervert the church, but to put devils into people. I spoke to another lady. She told me that she was a pastor in a church. She also told me that there was a lady who came to her church who, in the event of her being there, while being there, a spirit, I think it was put into her, because the lady just made it seem like, oh, she just got a spirit and started rolling around in the church. A lady, while in the church, a spirit was put into her. She started rolling around in the church on the floor. She started rolling around. Okay, so she's in a church. A devil has been put into her and she is rolling around. She cannot control it. And the lady who's the pastor said that she was so out of control that they had to put her out the church. Now I felt kind of insulted because of the fact that you're a preacher. One thing I know about people who are really of God is they actually have real power. This is no joke. This is no mistake. They actually have real power. They say that this lady was rolling around so bad and cutting up so bad, they put her out the church. Now imagine you in a church to go see the Lord, you want to pray, you know, do what you do. All of a sudden, while in there, a lady just jumps up, go to trip and rolling around on the floor, you know what I'm saying? They cannot control her. She does it so long to the point where they put her out. You put her out the church where they are supposed to get rid of devils. I don't know, they try to cut my life. Hey, whenever I go to talking the truth, boy, I'm telling you, boy, start getting fishy, yo. But I'm telling you this now, yo. It is going on in almost 99, and almost every church is going on. I've been in several different states. I left from Atlanta when this first started happening to me, and I went to Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, and came back to Atlanta. And it's happening, and it was happening in every single state that I was going into. Every single state is doing the same thing, and they have already infiltrated the churches. So when you go in a church, you know what I'm saying, if you have the Spirit of God, when you go into a church now, you're going to feel that difference, okay? That is why it is so important that you be able to identify the Spirit of God. The Bible says, try the spirits. Do not be so willing to accept a spirit in these churches, because they are passing out devils to people. This is my word, yo. I tell you no lies. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, I went into another church, you know what I'm saying, in Tennessee. They were doing the same thing in Tennessee. And so, you know, I went back during a Bible study, and the same thing happened. They had Freemasons as security, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, a lot of people don't know that that the Freemasons are basically the security in every church. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not going to tell you they're Freemasons. And the only way you can find out is if you probably see a ring or something that they got on or something like that. Other than that, you're not going to know that the Freemasons have infiltrated the churches, yo. You see what I'm saying? Like, and people are going in these churches and thinking that they're looking for the Spirit of the Lord. They don't know how to tell the difference between the Spirit of God and devils. They don't know how to do it. I'm talking about as soon as I hit that church in Tennessee, something was like fighting against me so bad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, like, it was to the point where I was like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? But one thing I noticed, this is the one thing I noticed upon me going in that church. They felt my spirit too. And it was to the point to where they didn't want to sit in front of me. They didn't want to sit on the sides of me. It was like my spirit was aggravating their devils. And this is my word. I tell no lies, yo. You like, I wouldn't even refer nobody to not one church. Yo, I'm talking about they doing some funny things, Candy, in these churches, yo. Like, I'm telling you this now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they doing some funny things in these churches, and it's nothing but the devil himself. It's nothing but the devil himself. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about they, and, you know, dude, it is like, once you become, this is the thing people have to understand. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be a Freemason or Eastern Star or any of that and be a Christian. Why? Because they have to forsake God. Baphomet is their God, the God of this world. You cannot be a Freemason or Eastern Star or any of that and be a Christian, because they do not pray to Jesus. They do not pray to God. They forsake all of that. In the midst of going in there and being initiated, they forsake all of that. So when I see Freemasons in the church, what are you there for? If your real loyalty is to your worshipful master. And how do you have a worshipful master on earth? You see what I'm saying? So how can you be this is what we have to understand. When you're a Freemason, you have a worshipful master who is in flesh, who is a man. No, that's not how that goes. That's not how that goes. You know what I'm saying? And this is the understanding. You see what I'm saying? And so many people jumped into that, wanting to be a Freemason, wanting to be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? And don't realize, you know what I'm saying, that upon them doing that, you actually have put yourself in, lined yourself up, you know what I'm saying, to be intercepted by these same spirits that they evoke and all the rituals that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you deny God, deny Jesus Christ, that's, look at all the women who are becoming witches. In order to be a witch and be a part of a coven, you have to denounce God and denounce Jesus Christ. You have to. That is the understanding. And so, we dealing with a lot of stuff right now, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's the reason why, it's a lot of people who in the church and who doing the wrong things, yo. They got seducing devils. And what I mean by seducing devils, you know what I'm saying, is this is what they do. Okay, let me show you what they do. In the church, this is what happened. I done seen it happen so many times now, you know what I'm saying, to where it's crazy. But let's just say I go into a church right now. Okay, as soon as I hit the church, my spirit they're gonna know who I am. They're gonna be like, oh Lord, you know what I'm saying? Because every devil in there gonna be aggravated and frustrated. It's gonna cringe when I come in there. Okay, now upon them figuring out it's me, you know what I'm saying, they probably gonna use the preacher or whoever got a strong presence with the devil, or whoever do that, you know what I'm saying, they are going to get him, because they can instruct these devils, yo, to kind of like lull you into accepting that spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like lulling you. You know what I'm saying? And once you pass out, that is when it takes a hold of you. So when you see people in a church and they put their hands on them and they pass out, you are actually looking at them inserting a unclean spirit, devil, demon, whatever you want to call it, into that person. And it's basically the same thing for like Jesus whenever he was casting devils out. Whenever you cast the devil out, basically the same thing happens. You know what I'm saying? They can pass out. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, it's wicked. It's wicked. It's wicked. And that's why, you know, it's wicked. It's wicked. And that's why, you know, it's wicked, yo. And I'll be wanting to go in these churches, yo, and you know what I'm saying? But, you know, and I ain't scared. It's just the fact that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, because I feel like that's my job. That's my responsibility to at least let people know one time, yo. You know what I'm saying? The people in these churches that y'all think, you know what I'm saying, is with Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying, who preaching, giving y'all this new age preaching, you know what I'm saying, talking about ain't no hell, you know what I'm saying? Y'all being fooled, yo. You're being fooled. You're being sadly disappointed and fooled, yo. And I hate to say it like that, you know what I'm saying, but it's just true. You know what I'm saying? The Lord say, those who try to save their life gonna lose it, and those who lose their life for my name's sake will find it. And so that's why I'm out here like this. You know, Candy, that's why I'm out here like this, because, you know what I'm saying, if I lose my life for the Lord, I know that's a good thing. Hey, Pentecostal, Seventh-day Adventist, Baptist, Methodist, it doesn't matter. I did it as an experiment, Candy. Like, I did it as an experiment. I was going, you know, because in my heart, I feel like the Lord, you know, my purpose was to, you know, to not be a pastor or a preacher, but to tell people about God. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was my calling. So, you know, before, you know, I started going to churches and just going and just observing, you know what I'm saying? And at first I had the wrong attitude, you know what I'm saying? I think I still had pride up in me. I still had some things going on that wasn't right, because I was kind of going in these churches kind of like self-righteous, and that's not cool. But I've been in church, like I would purposely go in churches just to see what they're preaching about. Okay, and that's how I come to find out that if they got 10 churches, 10 of them got somebody in there with a devil, and if they got somebody in there that's with a devil, eventually the whole church gonna be corrupted. You know what I'm saying? Unless the church as a whole is able to discover who it is and get them up out of there, either get them up out of there or cast that devil out. You see what I'm saying? Eventually that whole church is going to be corrupted. And that's what's going on. You're looking at them corrupting churches, church by church, church by church. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the people who are in these churches are Freemasons, and they carry devils with them. You know what I'm saying? They have the perfect little attitudes and personalities. They're very quiet, very respectful, very funny. The type of people who, you know what I'm saying, that you would not even think. You know what I'm saying? I deal with these people on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? They are trained to show no emotion. You know what I'm saying? To not, you know what I'm saying, give off any type of reactions. You know what I'm saying? To who they are. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you this now. But they are over the church. They have designated people. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, any new member who comes, you see what I'm saying? That's what you're going to have to face. And if you don't know how to discern the spirits, you know what I'm saying? I pray the Lord be over you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to fast and to pray and to keep a relationship with God, because there are things out here that they are doing that the Lord say if he got you in his hand, can't nobody take you away. But he also tells us to do our due diligence, to be steadfast in the faith, to pray without ceasing. You see what I'm saying? Like, this ain't just this is not just about you going to hell. This is about, this is not just about that. This is also about the fact that while you are here, they can do things to you spiritually that will cause you to lose your mind. The Luciferians are taking over. The Freemasons always have been around. They always have been here. They always have had control. They always want to bring up the part about them forming the United States. Them being the ones that did this and brought freedom to the United States and this and that. You know what I'm saying? You also raped and pillaged. So, you know what I'm saying? But you have to understand, but on the road, like on your way to hell, they can do things to you while you are here. There are things that can take a hold of you. The Bible clearly states, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Why do you think that it says that? It's not the flesh and it's not that person who you have to worry about. Principalities. What is a principality about that? What is a principality? Powers. Spiritual wickedness. He didn't just say spiritual wickedness or demons and devils. No. Principalities. So what could be classified as a principality? There are things, it's not just the fact that it's an unclean spirit or a devil. There are some things out here, but that these people is playing with, that you need the Lord in your life. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say that. I'm only saying it because I've witnessed enough now to where I understand it. You know what I'm saying? And how important it is, and how for those who are true believers, how every day you wake up, the devil is doing something and throwing something in your way to discourage you and to keep you and to pull you away from the Lord, so that he can, because it's really for your heart. That's why God talks about the heart so much, because once you turn away in your heart, you basically turn away from God. That's why the devil is after your heart. If he can steer your heart away to where your heart isn't after God, you know what I'm saying? That's why I tell God all the time, my heart is for you, oh Lord. You know what I'm saying? I need the Lord to keep my heart, because I know for a fact that if you go after something else in your heart, like a man or a woman or riches or anything in the world, you're basically subscribing to the devil. The Lord says, give me your heart. He says, give me your heart. I'm telling you this now, it's stuff out here that will creep you out. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, like I say, and I said it in one of my other videos, and I'm laughing, but it's so not funny. I say, well, the Lord must have been like, well, yeah, we're gonna let Brandon see, because he can handle it. And I'm no, hey, look. And it's got to the point now where I done went through it so much, and they done fought against me so much with it. Like, look at this dude, broad daylight, got his headlights on. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, it's just too obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how bright it is out here. Look how bright it is. And next time somebody come up here with their headlights on, I'm gonna show you. Like, it's just so obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a crying shame. You know what I'm saying? But there are things out here, like going to hell is bad already, but you don't have to go to hell to experience the devils. You don't have to go to hell to experience the unclean spirits now. They here on earth, they walking around. And it could be somebody you know, it could be a co-worker, it could be anybody, you know what I'm saying, around you who mess with the occult, who deal with these spirits, who conjure up stuff. You see what I'm saying? This is what they doing now. Like, this is not a game. This is not a game, yo. This is not a game. And I'm only saying that because of the fact, because of to warn you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know for a fact that sometimes people that be coming on here just be nosy, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, to anybody who know for a fact they're a believer, yo, it's stuff on this earth, boy, that, let me tell you this, it's stuff that I know for a fact if some people witnessed it or had to deal with or had to experience it, they probably never come outside. They probably never come outside. And that's why it is so important to have faith in God and to trust and know that he got you, because it's going to be some situations that as a believer that you're going to go through, and all you're going to have is your faith. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't explain. I probably could explain it better, but it says, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers. Just think about it, powers. To have power. I'm not talking about fleshly power. He said we ain't wrestling against flesh. So it must be spiritual power. Spiritual wickedness in high places. When you really think about that, because a lot of times we just read that. Oh, for we fight not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual, and we don't really realize what that means. Like, hey, yo, I'm telling you, like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why, you know, like I say, you know, but I'm the kind of person that once I realized that the Lord was on my side and he had me, I'm going all out. I'm going all out, you know what I'm saying? I'm going all out. I'm going all out, and ain't nothing gonna stop me. You know what I'm saying? You might you could do whatever you want, you know what I'm saying, but you're not gonna sway me. You know what I'm saying? I refuse. Do what you will, but I know for a fact the Lord is over me. The Lord say, I will make thee a defensed city. I will make you a strong tower. Period. Look at this. Lights on. Watch this. Lights on. Lights on. Lights on. Broad daylight. Look how sunny it is out here. I mean, you can't look. I mean, the sun will blind you. And so, you know, many of us who, well, I'm gonna say, you know, I know for a fact as a believer that we already under fire. That's why I know the war has already begun. The people don't care nothing but, you know, they care about the fact that we out here talking about something that they don't like. Hey, you know, I tell you what, you were so true. You were so right. You know what I'm saying? Because look, you know, and let me tell you this too. One thing I come to realize is that they be knowing what they be doing. They be knowing exactly what they be doing. Even though they got devils or whatever they doing, they be knowing exactly what they be doing. This is how I know. It's because I pulled up on side of two girls, right, in a certain part of town. And when I pulled up, the girl had her hand raised up like she was finna go ahead and try to hit me. You know, like not hit me like physically, but she was finna try to use some kind of spiritual wickedness on me, all right? And so when I looked, I caught her. I caught her dead in the act. And so I started laughing. I started laughing so bad, okay? And they gave themselves away because the girl that was on the other side of her looked at her like, he caught you. You know what I'm saying? And then the other girl, she kind of put her head down and they sped up and pulled off. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't really want to be seen, yo. You know what I'm saying? The thing we have to realize, yo, I'm telling you, like, the Freemasons, the Eastern Stars, Luciferians, these college AKAs and all this and that, they all a part of this. They all a part of it, yo. They all a part of it. And they are protecting the uppers. They are the footmen for the uppers. They're getting their orders from up top. And the up top is getting their orders from Satan himself. This is how it's coming down the line. You see what I'm saying? Satan is up top. Lucifer is up top. Now, the people that's up top, they realize that the knowledge that they're looking for, the technology that they want, they can get it from the devils. They can negotiate. But they're going to have to negotiate in a way where they're going to have to get a devil something too. And the devils is going to give them the technology. And they're going to pass it down to the footmen. And the footmen going to do the dirty work. And this is how it's happening. I'm talking about a lady pulled up on me last night. Now, I live in my truck. A lady pulled up on me and parked right on the side of me at like 10:30 at night. Had a nice looking car. You could tell she had a good job. You could tell she was the type of woman that ain't had no business outside after no 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know why I'm out here. Why is you out here? I know why you out here. I'm gonna put it like this. In most circumstances, all the good people, they inside after 10 o'clock. If you outside after 10 o'clock, 8 times out of 10 is for the wrong reasons. Like, this is like, say, bro, like, people not seeing, yo. People not seeing what's really going on, yo. People not seeing what's really going on. Like, they not seeing. Like, it's sad, yo. And that's why they say it's better to stay at home and to be vigilant in your Bible and to read and to discipline yourself through fasting. Because if you can do that, if you can manage to discipline yourself to pray at least 3 times a day and to fast, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to fasting, my advice would be this. You know, for your first time, you know what I'm saying, try to do as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? But once you start regularly doing it, you could just do it on Wednesdays and Fridays, okay? And once you have it set in your schedule to where you're doing it on Wednesday and Fridays, you see what I'm saying? It's like you're maintaining your the spiritual part of you by doing it every Wednesday and Friday. Every Wednesday and Friday, I'm not going to eat nothing. Like that's what I'm finna start doing, because I had got lazy, slacked off doing it, wasn't doing it at all. Like I said, I caught hell behind it. You know what I'm saying? And I know I caught hell behind it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm finna get to the point now, like, I'm on my 2nd day fasting right now. And I didn't have to say nothing, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I'm doing is drinking. I'm not eating nothing. You know what I'm saying? But after I do about probably 3 to 5, I'm going to do like 5 days this time, because it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start doing it regularly every Wednesday and Friday. This is to discipline myself, because what we don't realize is that when the devil tries you, sometimes, you know, the type of strength that you need, you know what I'm saying, got to come from God. Your own willpower not going to always save you. Because you, in your mind, how God say, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. That's how Jesus himself said it. He say, pray that you enter not in temptation, because the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. You know what I'm saying? And you can have all the best intentions in the world and still go out there and do something stupid. And that's why I fast. And that's why I pray without ceasing. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Because, you know, after a year or a year and a half or 2 years, no sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think? That urge done went away? That urge ain't went away. It's just that I bring my body into subjection. And it's no longer me telling it telling me what to do. I tell my body what to do. You know what I'm saying? Take it for what it's worth, yo. Today is the Sabbath day. I love the Lord. I love all. You know what I'm saying? I wish that I could, I could reach and touch everybody, yo. You know what I'm saying? But I love all, yo. That's what's in my heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how long this video is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who looking at it. I don't care what it is, yo. You know what I'm saying? This is the Sabbath day. We don't work on the Sabbath day. That is a very important rule. People don't realize it. Well, that's like the third one. That's like the third person that came on here and did that little spam bot thing. Third or fourth person. But, I'm just saying, yo, like, people thinking, oh, well, hell is where everything gonna happen at. Boy, stop. Look, something can happen to you right here on earth. And I ain't talking about you dying. I'm talking about something could grab a hold of you. Had you rolling around on the floor like that lady that was in the church. That's why, we don't need to be having sex. Especially if we know we believers, we don't need to be having sex with people. We don't need to be doing things that are not right at a time like this, because, you are opening yourself up to things. Right after you, and excuse my French, bust that nut, that's when you're spiritually the weakest. That is when you are spiritually the weakest. That is when you can be taken advantage of. Get up under the wrong person, you can be taken advantage of by spirit, anything. We don't know. That's why I feel like a lot of times those of us who are believers, God does. Yeah. Hey, but look, it come with the territory. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing I gotta say about people like us, Candy, is, being that this is the road that we decided to take. And we knew that on taking this road, that it may not be a gas station for miles. Probably don't have no friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only person you got on this road is God. Now, on the other highway, you can see everybody. That's the highway to hell. On the other highway, you gonna see everybody. It's a corner, it's a liquor store on every corner, it's a Walmart at every avenue. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the other street, everybody over there. But that's the highway to hell. And there are some of us who decided that we're not gonna take that street. And we on this street. You know what I'm saying? Whether we know it or not. You see what I'm saying? And so we knew for a fact that when we made this decision to do this, to go against this system, to go against this, this principality, this power, this spiritual wickedness, when we decided to do that, we knew the job was dangerous when we took it. And any person who decides to walk this path and does not contemplate the fact that it will get dangerous, but God will always be there for you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be aware of this. You know what I'm saying? For people like us, people who are believers, you know what I'm saying? We have to understand that death is a possibility. I mean, unless we get taken by the rapture first, you know what I'm saying? But death is a possibility. And I accept that. You know what I'm saying? I accept that. It is better than what is coming to those who don't repent. Those who don't repent, those who reject God and refuse to seek forgiveness. Okay, it look fun right now. To all those who are believers, I just want you to know, do not be envious. It look fun right now. It look like they having all the fun in the world. You know, that's what you just have to know, yo. You just gotta know. And you know, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm in Atlanta. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at the lights. Oh, look, he want to turn now. Why you turning? Look at the lights. Look at the lights. Look at the lights. Why you turning around? Look, they turned around. Hey, they turned around, yo. And you know, one thing I want to say is I'm in Atlanta, yo. Like they going ham in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody trying to get that dollar. Everybody doing something to be a part of something. If you're gonna have a job, if you're gonna have a business, you gotta get down. You gotta get down to get in. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, I can't have no parts of nothing that's going on around here, because I'm not willing to get down to get in. That's the way of the world now. You gotta know somebody to do something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta rub shoulders with the right people. You gotta get the okay from the right people. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go. I had a little thing going on where I was gonna build my own business, but when I ran into this little thing, or when this started happening, I shut it down, because I already knew that they had done destroyed most of my contacts, bad mouthed me to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like they had done a lot, yo. Like this is what I deal with on a daily basis, yo. Let me show you lights. Lights, look, broad daylight, lights. Lights. Broad daylight. See what I'm saying? And I know for a fact, you know, that they are sponsored by the devil himself, but it is the Freemasons. You know, they're sponsored by the devil. That's why that's why those who are being gang talk, you have to realize, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, if you just being relaxed right now and you're not really reading and praying, you know what I'm saying, they really probably can't get to you like they want to, as long as you don't try to get closer to the Lord. But my challenge to anybody who is a believer, get close to the Lord. Just test it. Test it. Test it. Start praying more. Start reading your Bible more. Start fasting. And if it pick up, then that's your confirmation. That's your confirmation. I'm telling, this is to anybody who is being gang stalked. This is a firm confirmation. If you are being gang stalked and you really want to know, you want to figure this out, like, you know what I'm saying, all you got to do, you know what I'm saying, pray more, read your Bible more, and fast. And if it seems like it pick up and they start going at your neck even more, you have your answer. Because that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? You are, the Lord has chosen you. He has chosen you to be in his kingdom. He has put his stamp he has put his stamp of approval on you. And now the devil is after you. I am going to continue to bring up Job in every video. I'm going to bring up Job in every video, because when the sons of God went before the Lord, here came the devil. Huh? When the sons, that's how it goes in the Bible. The sons of God went before the Lord, and here came Satan with them, which means that Satan is able to appear before the Lord. And God asked Satan, where you came from. And Satan said, from up and down in the earth and from to and fro. So he letting you know the dump. He walks around here. And they begin to dispute about Job and why he was so righteous and why he had so much and was so blessed. And Satan said, but if you take your hands off of him, I guarantee you he will curse you to your face. God say, okay, you can do what you want, but don't take his life. You see? And Satan had his way with Job. And Job remained faithful. Even when Satan had touched his skin, he took his kids, killed them, took everything he had. Even when he touched his skin and he had balls on his skin, Job said he wished he'd have never been born. Before he cursed God, he said he wished he'd have never been born. But he remained faithful to God. And in the end, he had twice as much as what he had in the beginning. This is a fact. The Bible says, do not be surprised at the fiery trials that may come upon you, so that it is clearly understood, and so that you don't think that it's just a bad beef from back in the day, or it's a ex-boyfriend or girlfriend that you fell out with and now they got people after you. No. This is not anything like that. You see what I'm saying? And if you really want to confirm that, all you got to do is pray more, fast, and read your Bible, and you will find out, who they really are. Because the closer you get to God, the more pressure they're going to apply. And so, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just the kind of person, you know what I'm saying? And I think that, because God says, his people are peculiar. We are peculiar and very much stronger than what people know. And if I say I ain't gonna do something, I ain't gonna do it. I don't care how much you come at me. I don't care what you do. If I say I ain't gonna do it, I ain't gonna do it. Let me tell you how bad it is. These devils was all up in Burger King with me. You know what I'm saying? Referring to God as corporate. You know what I'm saying? Corporate, you know what I'm saying? We trying to get, and the devils were talking through a woman. You know what I'm saying? I just want to keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the woman was there. Yes, it was her voice, but it was the spirit that was inside of her that was conveying the message to me. And it was basically saying that they are trying to appeal to me to come on their side. Okay? They're appealing to me to come on their side, but I don't want to hear it. And then they went on to say, but corporate, and he don't even know, corporate don't even see. Now, who you think they was referring to when they said corporate? Corporate is God. In another situation, a guy who I was working for, who was a part of them too, he referred to them as Rome. Well, you got to negotiate with Rome. I say, no, I don't. Well, don't you want a wife? Don't you want to live, don't you want to be, have money? And I say, no. I say, no. I don't want to have a wife. I don't want to do none of that. At this point, it's just me and God. It's just me and God at this point. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm comfortable with it being like now. You see what I'm saying? They have come to me several different times and kind of like offered, like it was kind of like them offering their hand. You know what I'm saying? Like them saying, hey, look, come over here. You know what I'm saying? We could take away all this if you just come over here. That's basically what they was telling me. Like, this is just truth. This is the very people who I deal with on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And they have come to me. I'm telling you, they have come to me umpteen times. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all, my own a family member, you know what I'm saying, it was the one who really tipped me off about it. Because, you know what I'm saying, this is what the family member said, okay? You're not ready yet, okay? And what they were referring to when they said you're not ready yet was the fact that I still had the Spirit of God in me, okay? And in order to be a part of what they're doing, you can't have that. They need that out of you. So for those who are being targeted or gang stalked or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, they don't want no money from you. They don't want no money. They don't want no cars. They don't want nothing like that. They want that what's inside of you. They want you to swap it out. They want you to come and join them, be a part of their team, because God has selected you for his kingdom. God has selected you for his kingdom. And now the devil, he is running like hell to make sure you don't make it. Just like, remember Constantine? Remember Constantine? When your boy was finna go to heaven? You know what I'm saying? The devil had killed him, but the Lord took him. The Lord was bringing him up. And what the devil said, he will live. The devil brought him back to life just so he wouldn't go to heaven. Just so he wouldn't go to heaven. Think about that. This is going on. This is real life. You see what I'm saying? The devil did not want that boy, Constantine, to go to heaven. He did not want him to go to heaven. And so what he did when the Lord was taking him up, because the devil started dragging him, remember? And he got so heavy that the devil couldn't drag him no more. And then the Lord started taking him up. Now we know it's a fake movie and that he couldn't have really flipped off the devil. You see what I'm saying? But after the devil couldn't drag him no more and the Lord started taking up Constantine, Constantine flipped off the devil. And it made the devil so mad that he allowed Constantine to live just so he wouldn't go to heaven. This is the kind of war we are fighting real life. You know what I'm saying? And they slick put the truth in the movies. They slick put the truth in the movies, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like this is how far he is willing to go. You know what I'm saying? To make sure you don't make it. That's why the Bible says the race is not to the swift, it's not to the strong, but to who can endure. Because you are going to go through some things. So you might as well prepare yourself mentally. You know what I'm saying? To accept whatever comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Even to the, well, I'm just telling you. Because that very movie, Constantine, a lot of it was BS. A lot of it was BS. But that part about him, you know what I'm saying? About the Lord finna take him, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the devil spared his life. The devil was finna take Constantine to hell. Because remember, Constantine committed suicide. And they say you cannot go to heaven if you commit suicide. So after Constantine committed suicide, he was bound for hell. Remember, the devil was finna take him. But then the Lord started taking him. Hey, look. And look. Now, let me show you the prime example, Candy. You know, I ain't got nothing. And I'm pretty sure you're not that rich either. So what could make us that important to where they are at they are meet us at every corner? You see what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself this kind of question. Why am I so important to people like this? I'm nobody. Why are you spending manpower and money doing all of this? You see what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing. Why am I so important to you? You have to ask yourself that question. What would make the government or whoever it is all these people, spend all this money, all this manpower, all this time, all this surveillance, all this gas? What would make you that important that they would go that far? Think about it. When you start to think about it like that, you see what I'm saying? That's when you come to understand that it is more of a divine understanding. You see what I'm saying? This is about the fact that God has made a decision about your life. And even though he made that decision about your life, that don't mean the devil like it. And that don't mean that he ain't gonna come after you. I say that all the time. Like, I ain't got nothing. So what would make these people? What would make these people? I'm talking about, look, they don't let me out their eyesight. They don't let me out their eyesight. I haven't been out of their eyesight in over a year and some change. No matter where I go, they are there. If I go to the bathroom in the gas station, they coming in there. Why would I be that important? Look at me. Why would I be that important? It's not just because of the fact that I'm telling people, hey, don't take that. It's not just because of that. You see what I'm saying? People don't realize that the Lord is making, it's the great separation. It's the great separation. And some people are wheat and some people are tares. And if they know for a fact that you are a tare, that you are wheat, that the Lord has placed his seal on you, the same way the devil has made known who is his. Because the devil ain't nothing but a copycat. You got to remember, he wanted to be God. He ain't nothing but a copycat. But, you got to really think about it. If you're really being targeted, why would they spend so much time? If it was just for the people who are on here right now, have you even, Candy, have you even come up with a reason why they're doing this to you? Have you come up with the reason why they're doing it? Besides the fact of what we're talking about now. You know what I'm saying? Do you have, is there any other reason that has crossed your mind about this? Other than the fact that the Lord has placed his stamp of approval on you. And now, you know it. That's more important than all the money in the world. Your soul. And that's why death don't sound so bad to me, because that's something you'll never get. Never. If I had to deal with death or giving them my soul, go ahead and give me death, yo. Hey, I see you in the afterlife. Hey, but you gotta, hey, I'm laughing, yo. But I'm telling you, man, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no joke. This ain't no joke. It's just that, a lot of people scared, when you come to the understanding of what's really going on, you know what I'm saying? There was a point in time in my life where I actually had stopped doing videos because I said, well, maybe if I stop doing videos, they'll chill out. And so that was me That was me doubting God, because God had gave me specific directions. You know what I'm saying? God gave me specific directions. You know what I'm saying? And that was me doubting God by me saying, oh, well, maybe I should stop doing videos. Maybe they'll chill out. That was me, you know. In the beginning, I took off to Alabama. I say, well, dang. I say, it's hot in Atlanta, boy. Look, I say, they after me in Atlanta, boy. This was in the beginning. This was in the beginning. I said, they after me hard. So I shot off to Alabama. I took off. They followed me there. I came on back. They followed me there, yo. They followed me there. So it doesn't matter where you are, where you go. You know what I'm saying? What matters is, you know what I'm saying, your relationship between you and God. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, you know what I'm saying, God is going to be the one who's going to supply everything that you need. You just have to have faith. You have to have faith past your fear. You know what I'm saying? Because look, like I say, it's some things that I could talk about, boy, that'll give you shivers. You know what I'm saying? And that's what got me to the point where I feel like my faith is more than what it used to be, because I done been through some things that I must admit were horrifying. Probably revenge. Hey, you know, let me tell you this, and this is something else I should say. You know, we are light workers. You know what I'm saying? God say, let your light so shine that men may see your good work and glorify your Father which is in heaven. That's why I do this. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact that the light is in me. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, what's the light? The true light is Jesus Christ. The Bible says that the kingdom of heaven is inside of you. You see what I'm saying? It clearly says this in the Bible. The kingdom of heaven is inside of you. So won't nobody on earth be taking nothing out of me or swapping anything out of me. You see what I'm saying? That's the meaning of the light workers. You see what I'm saying? We are supposed to shine. You see what I'm saying? How it goes? Matter of fact, I wrote it down. Where is it at? It said, oh, here it is. It said, I wrote this down because I was finna do a thing. It says, and this is for the light workers, yo, because this is a constant reminder. You know what I'm saying? This is a constant reminder that you are a light worker. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. See, when we do things like this is how love conquers others. You ever been in the midst of somebody and they were a complete butthole, but you decided to show them love and it turned the whole situation around? This is that is the part of your light. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it means to let your light shine. Let the real you pour out. You are a light worker. You see what I'm saying? The light is Jesus Christ. And that's the reason why I'm happy no matter where I am. Because I know that in my younger years, I used to try to figure out. I used to be like, I want to go to heaven, but I don't think I'm going to do it the way I'm acting. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get my stuff together. Brandon, how you going to get your act together, Brandon? Like, Brandon, you out here tripping. Like, I really was trying to figure out, like, Brandon, how is you going to get your act together, B? Like, how is you going to get yourself together? You know what I'm saying? And so, by the Lord opening my eyes and giving me this opportunity that I clearly saw, you darn right I'm going to take it. You know what I'm saying? Because he letting me know, all right, I'm with him. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the Lord, like, B, who you riding with? Boy, I'm riding with God. Boy, you crazy. I ain't riding with no devil. I ain't riding with no devils. I don't care what you offer me. I don't want to we do not negotiate with terrorists. I do not negotiate with terrorists. I don't care what you got. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what you want. You won't be getting that. Period. But, you know, God is love. And so, you know, I want to spread love in hopes that the people that I spread love to will spread love. And then in hopes that it will become infectious and that love will be shared to other people and go on and go forth. This is what the real light is. Jesus came into the world. You know what I'm saying? He loved everybody. You know what I'm saying? Including the sinners, including those who were terrible. You know what I'm saying? He didn't judge nobody, even the ones who was putting him up on that cross. You see what I'm saying? Even while he was going up on the cross, he was telling the Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They didn't know that they was crucifying the real Son of God. And in the midst of them murdering him, he still didn't judge them. This is the example that we have. That is the light that they're talking about. He still had love in his heart for them in the midst of them in the midst of them murdering him. Facts. So that's something to think about. You still there, Candy? I see one person on here. You know what I'm saying? Is that you, Candy? But I just pray that my videos help somebody, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I feel like this is my responsibility. I really feel like this is my responsibility, and I had a choice to make, you know what I'm saying? But the Lord knew. This one thing the Lord knew. The Lord knew that once my eyes were opened and I saw what was really going on, he already knew what I was going to do. Because secretly in my subconscious, this is the moment I've been waiting for my whole life. I done replayed this in my mind 1,000,000 times. I even told the ex that if I was going to die over something, it was going to be for what I believe in. So, this is the moment I've been waiting for my whole life. The Lord already knew. Once Brandon find out what they really secretly up to and why these people doing this, yeah. It's going digital. It's It's going digital. It's going digital. You know what I'm saying? You better hope he don't bless me with some billions or something. You know what I'm saying? Be a real problem. Be a real problem. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy me. We do need more love in this world. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love you, Candy. That's why I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you, and you just know that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know what I'm saying, I pray for you. That's what really matters, you know what I'm saying, is the fact that, you know, in the midst of us having troubled hearts, you know what I'm saying, we can still be that example of what the light really is. The light is love. That's what the light is. Love. The light is love, yo. That very light that God was talking about, that Jesus was talking about. That's love. So, but, one thing I want to say is that, you know, I fell off a little bit, but I had to come to my senses, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I was like falling away. And what am I know who I am. I feel like I know for a fact who I am. So, I'm finna start back, being more diligent because I feel like I had slowed down, you know what I'm saying? And, but I've been on here 3 hours, yo. And I gotta say, I know that most people won't even watch this, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? God is good. God is love. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, because God is love, I know for a fact that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to allow the world to place any boundaries on me that will make me what I'm not, you know? But I just want you to know, yeah, Candy, you know what I'm saying? I just want you to keep me in your prayers too, you know what I'm saying, Candy? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm talking about I got 5 of them little spam bots. Say, bro, that's crazy. I got 5 of them little spam bots. I'm talking about every time I get on here. But yeah, so God is good, God is love, and therefore I am love. I love all, yo. Keep God first. Pray, fast, read your Bible. Read your Bible. Read your Bible. If you don't have a Bible, get the app. Once you really make up in your mind that you're going to read it and study it, it will make sense to you if it doesn't already. Hey, yo. But, I'm finna get off of here. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, if you are, having faith is just as important as praying. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you pray and ask for something, whenever you pray and ask for something, you have to pray like you already have it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thanking God in advance. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how strong your faith has to be. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, you know, the Lord promising the village that, he was going to make it rain. But really only one person brought out an umbrella. That's faith. You see what I'm saying? The God, telling the whole village, tomorrow I'm going to make it rain. but only one person brought an umbrella. That's because they was really, that's like like that's the faith, bigger than a mustard seed. So, like I say, I love all, what I'm saying? It's just important that, what I'm saying, those who, are in this situation or, what I'm saying, being held to the fire, that they remain vigilant. Stay away from sex. Sex is your enemy. Don't find out the hard way. Sex is your enemy, yo. Sex is your enemy. Even, weed, what I'm saying, all these things slowly just tack away at you. Your thoughts are bad enough. So just, weed, alcohol, sex, what I'm saying, porn, it destroys the mind, yo. Perverts you. I love all, yo.